Big Mama Radio.
Can you dance to my beat?
Mama's on the mic, let's roll this ride. Betty's got the vibe, bringing that sweet collide. Sean's spinning dials, making magic here. Broadcasting on a bus where the fun is clear. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat align. Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design.
Gotta be an amazing day.
Hit snooze twice, but you're tuning in still. Catch the banter hot like a coffee refill.
Oh, yeah. I'll take an ice, please.
Sean's in the back with the radio glow.
I think he's got a
power in the party on this
little
bustin'
shine.
show.
A little bit.
Wheels on the road, laughter on the air. This crew keeps rolling like they just don't care. Big Mama got jokes, Betty got sass. Sweet morning energy, nothing's gonna surpass. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat aligned. Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, May 22nd, 2025, and we are ready to jump right into what's going on this May 22nd, this Thursday morning. Good morning. It's great to see you, Sean. Betty walking into the building. Here comes Betty. Fashionably late. Looking amazing. She's like, oh, I forgot we're starting on time.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
You're like, where'd everybody go?
Everybody just left me.
Today's International Being You Day, International Day for Biological Diversity.
Biological diversity. What the heck does that mean?
That means your chromosomes and my chromosomes need to hang out. I don't know. National Craft Distillery Day, Paloma Day, Solitaire Day, Goth Day, Vanilla Pudding Day.
Goth Day.
Goth Day.
I used to be a goth in
Oh,
like
we
high
know
school.
that. We can see that, Betty. You don't have to tell anybody that. Anybody that looks at you says, ooh, she used to be very gothy.
She was very weird.
National Buy Musical Instrument Day and National Maritime Day. Now, why were you goth?
Why?
Yes.
Because I
Looking
hated
back
everything.
now as an adult,
No, I'm just kidding.
why did you rock the goth deal?
Because I didn't want to fit in. In a weird way.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
You're
But
like, watch this.
it was weird because I was the goth kid that got along with everybody. Like, it was weird.
I don't want to fit in, but everybody likes me.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Right. I have a feeling we had, although I wasn't goth, I feel like our social levels were about the same.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't the most popular kid in any circle,
Yeah.
but I was in every circle.
That was me. Like, everybody's like, come over here. I'm like, no.
I'm over here right now. I'm hanging out with the nerds. I got to pass my exam. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Sean, what's up? How you doing? I got to pass my exam. You want to help? Just kidding.
I wouldn't have cheated off of
Not
him.
really.
You wouldn't have cheated off of Sean?
No. He was a bad kid.
You just.
I aced every test.
That's what he
That's
did.
how it went.
But he was the bad kid.
Nerd.
I wasn't a nerd.
Nerd.
He was a hippie.
Nerd.
My tests were the only things I did.
That was,
Nerd. No, I'm just
he
kidding.
used to have hair down to his waist, which is weird to even
Have you
think
seen the
that.
pictures?
Yes. He looked like Axl Rose's kid.
Are you sure it was him and not AI made up by some computer
This was-
genius?
No, this
It
was
could've
before.
been.
This is when I met him 10 years
I'm
ago.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Actress Maggie Q from Divergent and Designated Survivor turns 46 today.
Mm.
I believe she has a sister, Susie Q. Oh, never mind. Oh, there it was. There it was.
Pull that one from the 50s.
Jennifer Goodwin, once upon a time, turns 47 today. Actress Allison Eastwood, yes, Clint's daughter, is 53. Naomi Campbell, no relation to the suit, by the way, is 55 today. And Morrissey is 66. And Elton John's writing partner, who nobody knows, it's his birthday.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, happy birthday to him.
So, how was your day?
My day?
Yeah.
Fabulous. It just started like 15 minutes ago.
So I'm so before I'll get into the headlines, and then I'm gonna get a little bit later on the show. I'm having a moment,
Oh?
and I'm gonna play the moment for you, and you're gonna be like, "OMG,"
No.
because I gotta. So one of the things I'm training myself for.
Yeah.
You want, and then I'll get into the headlines. I promise.
Okay.
But this is one of the things I'm training myself for. I can't cry like a biatch at my daughter's wedding. I don't mind tearing up. But the problem is, Betty, and people need to know this, is that I'm super emotional in emotional moments.
You're gonna fall apart.
And then I empath everyone else around me.
Yeah.
And I become like
Blubbery.
Right. And during the big moments where I'm involved, where there'll be
Where you have to look decent.
and everyone will be in emotion,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to be that guy.
You
So I'll tell you what I'm doing a little bit later on the
Okay.
show. Walmart responds to Trump's directive to eat the tariffs.
Excuse me?
Eat the tariffs. Shut up. President Trump and Walmart are trading stern words this week over the impact of the administration's tariffs after the company's announcements of impeding price hikes drew ear from the Republican leader. Trump blasted the company on social media last week, accusing Walmart of unfairly blaming his tariffs for their expected price increase and ordering the world's largest retailer to eat the tariffs and not pass the import costs on to your consumers. I'll be watching, and so will your customers, Trump said on May 17th in a Trump social post. The company responded to the president's words in a statement in the USA Today on Tuesday. We have always worked to keep our prices as low as possible. We won't stop. Walmart spokesperson Joe Pennington said, we'll keep prices as low as we can for as long as we can, given the reality of small retail margins.
Okay. Walmart is like $1 billion industry. Like those people that run it are.
And I just want to
They're
say,
the top billionaires of this country. Did you know that?
your small retail
Yeah.
margins is the reason you have 27 million stores that are the size of a car dealership. Give me a
Right.
break, bro. Like, you have so many items that if you sold one of each of them, you pay your bills. Give me a break.
And then they don't have employees, so they don't even have to worry about that. Like we're our own employee.
They got automated cashiers.
Hold
now.
on. Is it? I think they're taking those out.
Really? Are they done
There's
getting robbed?
been rumor about that over and over again.
I
They're
went
growing
somewhere.
in this
I
store.
went somewhere where it was all the cashiers again. It was lined up. It was either a Walmart or a Publix, something big like that.
Yeah.
No,
But it
they-
wasn't Publix because I just went to
No,
Publix.
Publix
They
was-
doubled down here. It's huge. It's a huge check yourself out.
I'm all for it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually. I
I
love
don't
check.
like it.
Yeah, get out of my way. I gotta go.
First of all, they don't give me enough space. Like I come in there with a car, and then there's like the counter is like.
Well, there's
this
always
big.
one person you can stand in line for.
Well, that's what I do. I always stand in line for the people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Not me. I gotta get in and out. I'm
Mhm.
all about expediation of everything.
I don't know how to go to a store and get one thing. Like
No,
that
she
doesn't
doesn't.
work.
Yeah, not at all.
You know, me neither. I can't do it either.
So-
So you
I
gotta
damn
touch-
sure I can't go to. Don't. Hey, you know what? We're gonna need bird feed. Let's just say I had a bird feeder. I don't.
right.
Run by Sam's Club and pick up a 50
Oh.
pound bag.
No.
Sure.
No.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm not doing it, Sarah. I'm not going. Why? Because it'll be $2,700 for the bird feed.
Oh, I'll have like 6 pounds of cheese I
I'm
walk
like,
out
right,
with.
I
I'll
got
find
the
a
bird
fruit
feed,
tray.
but I thought maybe this new elevated bird feeder that is, you know what I'm saying?
and then that
Yeah,
kitschy
you
little
have
aisle.
Two bird escalators.
Right. Something stupid I bought. I'll buy it.
That kitschy little aisle where they have like random seasonal stuff. I can't help myself.
Also known as junk section.
No, it's
It's
fantastic.
trash.
Right. And then I have to eat something out of that amazing concession stand before I
Right.
leave.
And then you try it.
Gross.
How you're not going to grab a bag of it?
right.
You know? Like, it was good. You're like, man, I like those waffles.
Oh, I wonder
gotta
if
go
they
get
have
it.
that one thing that I got here that last time. Well, let's go check.
Let's go see. And then,
Right.
Right.
well,
And, you know, it's all the way to the back of the store.
and then you
we gotta
get
touch
it.
everything along the way.
And then you're like, wait a minute, but this goes with that marinara sauce. That's
But do
like
we
8
really
pounds.
need it? But
Let's
do
go
we
get
really
it.
need it? But do we really need it?
No, we don't, but we love it.
No.
I know, but I think I'd rather get the Twix box of 97 Twix.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Right. That's the issue you go into. That you. I'm glad it's not just me.
No, it happens to all of us.
U.S. accepts
No, it didn't
$400
happen to
million jet from Qatar. Will be
What?
used as Trump's official plane. The United States has accepted the 747 jetliner as a gift, and Air Force One has been asked to determine a way to rapidly upgrade it to use as the new Air Force One. Secretary of Defense Pete Hex has accepted the Boeing-made jet and has the task force and has tasked the Air Force to figure out how to quickly upgrade it to use as President Trump's official plane.
Wow.
Well, you know what I always thought about the Air Force One?
Mm.
Stainless steel sinks. How gross. Does anybody even use stainless steel anymore? I mean, I've got 14 karat gold on my plane.
That's what you need.
So when I'm president, I gotta actually ride on this hunk of junk. I don't want to do it. And I was
It's
in
trashy.
Qatar, and I was saying I flew over here on a
On a janky 40-year-old plane.
really old janky plane, very old. Like it's old, it's crippled. Like I wanted to fly my own plane, they won't let me.
Right.
And let me ask you a question. Once you're president and you have a plane that before you became president, you already had a plane with that's a 747 or what he does. He drives. I think it's a 727, and you know it's gold. And
Yeah, he's got
we've
his
all seen the
bouginess.
picture. It's
Yeah.
bougie inside, right?
Yeah.
So the question is, when you get into Air Force One and you know that's very commercialized. I mean, it's presidential.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
It's presidential.
There's the seal everywhere.
So while it's presidential,
It makes
Right.
you feel like you're at the DMV.
right? It's very clean,
It's
right?
not like
And then he gets on there and they're like, well, Mr. President, did you know that our plane has the ability to close the windows and put shields down over the windows with the touch of a button? He's like, really? Show it to me.
yeah.
And they show it to him.
Yeah.
And then he gets off the plane, calls down to Mar-a-Lago. Hey, put the airport on. I want to talk to my guy who runs the plane. Hey, put that stuff in the bulletproof window button. I want it to. Go get it done. Air
Yeah.
Force One and Trump plane have to be pretty close to the same at this point because he flew in it for 4 years. So
Right.
anything that the Air Force One had that the Trump plane didn't have,
He wouldn't
unless
put
it's
the armament.
secret,
Yeah.
he put it on.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wouldn't put the armament on weapon systems.
The weapon systems that are on are more defense systems on that plane than weapon
but
systems.
he still wouldn't get those.
The
on his
flares, he
plane.
could put flares on his
Mhm.
plane.
No,
He could
but
put flares on his plane.
They're not the same as what's on Air Force One.
Oh,
He's not gonna have
agreed.
that
Oh,
level.
he's never going to have that level Air Force
Right.
One, just
Any-
based on
any
top
arm-
secret. And
Right.
there's things that plane can do.
But, I mean,
that,
that plane being nice as the absolutely.
so he
Probably
got
nicer.
that. He got that gold one, and that gold one, that one that he got for guitar has to almost look like his plane,
Yeah.
except for it's a 747. So he's like, all right,
Right.
let's make it happen.
All
Right.
right. I like
And the
the
Air
leg
Force
room.
One, I do know this. Air Force One has to be a 747, the one that they do all the big one,
Yeah.
because they need that whole second level.
Don't they have multiple?
But I mean,
ones?
and the chafe and flare system that they had
Right.
on there was just insane. And
I-
last time I read about that was almost 10 years ago. So
But I
can't
will
imagine that.
say I don't think they have a 747 yet. I wish they would do that. That would be cool.
yeah.
But just walking through those Air Force Ones, I'm a big fan. I've never flown on it, and I've never been inside a real one that like that an acting president has.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that will spark your curiosity once you do like the one at the Air Force Museum,
Mhm.
and then you're going to be like, I just want to see the inside of all of them.
But there's like no privacy, right? Because you're traveling with press the whole time,
Press sits in the back.
and they just
Yeah,
watch you.
They
have
don't
a
get
press
room to
compartment.
the plane. There's like a
Yeah.
press room. Stay back there. Don't come
Right.
out.
Oh, I
It's
thought
like
they were
economy
like.
class up in the front, and the press stays up there.
Oh, I thought
Unless
they were
he
like
calls
watching.
It's
them
like
back to
first
speak to
class
them.
in economy level. They're very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
They're very nice seats.
Yeah, they have nice.
But it ain't
napkins.
compared to the Oval Office in the back of the plane.
Right in the front of the
In
plane.
front of the plane.
Right.
Oh, I thought like he'll be there like with his feet up or whatever.
His office, I think, is just outside the cockpit, right outside security, right there, according to what I've seen.
Yeah.
But there's
Okay.
the older ones. The office not so big.
Yeah. Okay, it's like a closet.
He's like,
There we go. Look at this.
let me tell you why I wanted a new plane. This is exactly. Oh, this is great. Is that his office up there? The second level? Yeah, there it is.
President's office
Right.
right
That's
there.
why they need the 747.
Oh, so he sits. Okay, I gotcha. So he's up there, and then not everybody
Right
else is on the.
next to the cockpit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Dining room. System jams enemy radar. There we go. That's where your missiles are. So he's got missiles. I told you. They ain't put no missiles at civilian plane.
Oh.
Confucius missiles.
Who's all the way in the back?
Make sure that those are.
Presidential security team. I don't see. Here the press sits out on the wing. I don't
Right.
see where the press is.
Right. That's the staff.
So there's walls.
Office
It
and
must
press
be.
quarters all the way back there.
There's walls with doors, so it's like he shuts
Oh
the door.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
don't
They
talk
get
to
this
me.
little tunnel back here. It's
Right.
Right. Let's get to the back.
It's a Trump upgrade to this.
Right.
You guys get to sit in the tail.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
the reason they're probably not showing the press area is just rows of seats. Like it's
Okay.
not nothing like a lounge.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's legitimately
There's
seats.
a whole medical office.
You know what they're not showing? That's on the other side of that little that I've seen.
Oh, that's what it is. So the president. That's why I was saying if the president's office was by the door, then everybody'd walk through the president's office. But it's not. It's upstairs.
Yeah. he
Only
goes
the
up.
president walks through the front door, homie.
Yeah.
Where's the back? Back door's back here.
Yeah,
outside.
only the president
But
walks
even
through
if
the
they
front door.
even if they did though, his office is above it. It's not right there.
Right.
So he goes in and goes up the
Where's
stairs.
the
and that's his
kitchen?
office.
Where's the kitchen? I love you, Betty. All right.
That's a legit question. You know they're feeding him on there.
All right. I'll tell you this. The one and they're not showing it, and it's not in this diagram. There's
President's sweet in the nose.
there's a massive tech side to this plane.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking
that's gonna be all on
people
there.
running radars, people like there's there's a big
That's gonna
Sean
be in-
division.
That's gonna be in this.
Really?
That's gonna be in this blue section that they ain't showing us nothing.
Right.
Oh, he's got a bedroom in there too in the tip.
Yeah, in the nose. President's suite, including dressing room, shower, and gym.
What?
You got a gym in there.
Man.
It's a 747. You ever been on a 747?
No, I barely even been on a Pan Am plane. Give me a
A
break.
747 is the widest plane inside you'll ever see in your life, and you're gonna get in there and be like, "Oh my god!"
200.
I think it's 5. I keep doing this. So I'm trying not to. I think in the middle, in a regular 747, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
there's 5 in the center and 3 or 4 on each end.
Wow. Okay.
Like so.
240 miles of wiring and shielding.
Right.
No. Wiring, shielding. Well, you're shielded. Okay.
Army on the hook if tanks damage DC roads in massive June 14th military parade. The Army will be on the hook for the damages.
Wait, what?
The Army's going to be on the hook for the damages if their big tanks come through our streets during the big parade.
Are you serious?
I can
Whatever.
almost see the person saying that.
Okay, Karen.
Don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. As said, we'll fix it.
They already got potholes.
You talk
By-
a lot of trash about it, but you don't know what they did. They could have been doing donuts with tanks and just destroyed.
They
this.
said
That could
on the
be
hook,
like devastated
if,
rows.
If. This is an if for
Right.
the upcoming
Hasn't
parade.
happened
Oh,
yet.
it didn't even happen.
They're just
Yeah,
saying
she's
if you
carrying it.
Yeah, they're carrying it.
Okay, yeah, that's bad.
They're like, okay, Kevin and Karen.
That's somebody that doesn't
Right.
want the military to be there against the wills of everybody else.
Just
Right.
somebody. It's always complaints.
Yeah.
There's always that guy.
Dumping. Biden officials hid deadly health risk of COVID vaccines. Bombshell congressional report reveals.
Really?
Dun dun dun.
Shocking.
The Biden administration has been accused of purposefully covering up potentially dead side effects of the COVID vaccines. A congressional investigation found White House officials held back warnings about heart damage from COVID vaccines in younger people,
I already knew
even
that.
after getting early alerts from other countries, including Israel. Internal
Ooh.
emails and memos suggest a planned health alert network HAN message by the CDC regarding myocarditis and inflammation of the heart muscle was not related. That
Yep.
football player
The one that
is
collapsed?
yes.
Yes. First example of many.
Of many.
Many. And they don't talk about it.
Listen. When I was a kid, they have a vaccine, and I'm going to go back really old again. They're talking about it again, the polio vaccine, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no one that was like, man, polio's here. Hey, can you make me a vaccine next week?
Right.
I want to get it out in 3.
Right.
I want to get it out, and then I want to get all of America
It's
to
an
have
emergency.
it by week 5. What? No, I don't even know what I'm doing. What?
Dude, I can't even create fungus that quick.
Right.
Like, are you serious?
But I'll give you something, I guess. How
Yeah.
much, man? How much you got?
What you got in there?
40 billion. Yeah, I'll give you something. I don't know what it'll be.
Cha-ching.
What is
And then Johnson Johnson was like,
Wait
hey.
a minute. Can
and
you?
Then, and then let me tell you, hold on. Johnson Johnson was in the room. Was like, hey, we can make something too. We'll give it a good shot. You know what I'm saying, Johnson? I know what you're saying, Johnson.
And then their attorney comes out. Excuse me, I need you to make sure that we have a legal agreement that if they screw up, you can't come after us. Are you all right with that?
Well, that's not just that vaccine.
Yeah.
That's all vaccines. You can't.
we got the doctor.
You can't sue
Yeah.
the the vaccine manufacturer. It's something that should be changed.
That
I really
needs to
do.
be
If you
changed.
create something, and I think anybody, not just vaccines,
Yeah.
I think if you create a medicine that eventually kills Americans,
Mhm.
then we have the right to sue you for malpractice.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things, and I don't know because I'm not a doctor, and the way that doctors don't say anything. But
But you did
I
stay
know,
at Holiday Inn Express once, so
Yes, I did. So I'm gonna be like Katy Perry. I'm gonna
Okay.
give my medical expertise on this one.
will you do it holding a daisy?
How about a cowbell?
All right, that'll work.
So, I don't know, but I know I've come across personal people that I know, and
So
one of
then-
them is deceased at this point, that took the shots, never had problems before, and all of a sudden they had blood clots, and it actually caused them to have different. They had like where they got their half their body paralyzed.
Yeah.
So they
I
did
mean,
it-
that happens. That I
So
saw.
let me
it
ask you a
happen.
question when it comes to this COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
All right. If an employer made it mandatory to keep my job,
That was her problem.
and I took this vaccine,
Yeah,
because you made it mandatory to
Because
keep my
I
job,
couldn't go back to work. Yeah,
and it causes me health issues,
right.
do I have the ability to sue the employer?
That would be a great question because that's exactly what happened to my friend. She did not want it, and
Yeah.
then she had to go back to work if she wanted to go back into the building.
Medical
she
field?
needed to have it. No.
Okay, that's the only exception to the rule.
Yeah.
If you want to work in the medical field, you have to do what medical people do, and if they're all taking the shot, you're taking the jab too.
She was not medical.
Welcome to the medical field.
And I knew another one that sold insurance, but her company was based out of Wisconsin. Even though she was a Florida rep, they made her get it too.
They try to do it for me.
I'm like, what? And I'm like, they're not even here.
The amount of pressure I got to get the vaccine from my employer
Mm-hmm.
was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even care if they watch and see this. They know it. They had a meeting, man. Hey, man, why you so against the jab?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why am I so against the jab? Man, what's the jab? What's wrong with it, man?
Don't ask me no questions.
Like, we can make you, we just want to get everybody healthy, man. We're trying to stop this from happening to everybody. You know what I'm saying, man?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm doing a pretty solid impression of the person who did the cover, and anybody who knows, they're like, wow,
They
he's doing
sound
it.
like George Bush.
Oh, man, they're good old boys
Okay.
with mullets.
Oh,
With mullets.
really? Pushing
Hell
the jab?
yes.
I would think that they were the ones that would be like cracking beers
know what
and
I-
like, yeah, come get me.
All right, but they're not.
I
They're rich boys with mullets.
Wow. Okay.
But hey, man, I don't understand why you got to be against it. You're like, we could do a lot of things. You're the lead the building. If you're against it, a lot of other people are going to be against it. I was like,
Yeah,
great,
so-
fantastic. That's when I said the words, I have a future after radio, and it'll be in politics.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking the jab. Jesus told me I didn't need to.
Right. I'm religious now.
Right. Well, that's the deal.
You had to like cling on to something.
You either
I didn't. I just said I'm not doing it, and then Mary got mad at me. But
you
whatever.
also own your own business at the time. I worked for corporate America who had a Pfizer ad running on the radio station and
Mhm.
wanted to act like they weren't for it. And then they kept telling me, hey, man, will you do an endorsement for the vaccine? I was like, hell no.
Like
It pays $800 a month. Don't care.
Really?
Take your money, shove it up your ass. I don't want it.
That's why everybody was doing it.
Everybody was on it. They were getting paid.
They were
Pfizer
getting
was
paid.
putting out loot to get people to pay to do it all across America. And they'd be like, hey,
They tried to offer me
Hi,
a
everyone.
cheeseburger if I got it.
I'm Steve Smith, and you see me on Days of Our Lives.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's all the things they did. They did all those commercials all across America because they were getting paid.
Right.
Just
What was
this
that
is
other
the,
crazy
by the way, this
lady?
is the same thing Trump's talking about when it comes to those celebrities and the Kamala Harris endorsements.
manipulating.
Right.
the
This is
system.
not, they were paid to do it. Listen, money makes the world go round. For the right amount of money, I can have Beyonce sitting here singing right in front of us.
Right. Oh yeah, there's a number to everything. So this is the thing though, and I totally agree with that, because if she would have come on, and this is where they played it stupid, because if she would have come on, and even if she would have sang one song, like they could have said, well, we paid her to entertain. You know what I mean? Like she came and she sang to the whatever, so they paid for entertainment. But that wasn't the case. She came out, she's like, oh, well, Kamala Harris, blah, 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 and then they walk her off. That's not
No,
entertainment.
They're trying to
So-
bail Fauci out with this. That's what they're doing. Now Biden told Fauci what to say, according to this.
Well, he's already been pardoned, right?
Who knows?
So
Yeah, but nevertheless, it does. This doesn't. Here's the issue. Biden is going to decline very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not like, he is in very poor health. You're going to see this man decline before any the other ones that are out there. Before any, like,
So he'll take the heat.
you got
and
Bush,
disagree.
we got Bush, Obama left, and that's it.
right.
Right?
Do you think they're gonna slam on everything that they want to kind of cover up and just say, "Oh, well, it was Biden," and then like
yeah, watch Biden go down.
watch him go down?
But the presidential thing to do will forgive him for it and move on past it. So a lot of things will be weighted on him for sure.
Yeah,
But that's politics, and that's the way it'll go. But
they
It
will
was
use him
also-
as a
it was also
scapegoat
interesting
now.
here though, because I had to look.
but
up
they
what
will do his best not to tarnish his legacy. Now, a lot of people are like, "What legacy is Biden show?" Every man has a legacy. This man was in politics his whole life.
Right.
All right, that's how. And by the way, that's the one you have to be cautious of.
Right.
Did you ever have a real job? No, you
No.
went from the military into politics. You've been in politics your whole life.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
fine.
you as crooked as they get. As
Mm.
crooked as they get.
Was he in the military?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Biden?
Right.
No, he wasn't.
No.
His kid was.
The only job he's ever had is politics. I thought.
Yeah.
He's got to have something else. He got to like work. Like, how did you
He
get?
probably worked at McDonald's before.
Well, it was.
This was something interesting about his document. Though. I had to look
Right.
up what this meant. This embargoed.
Mhm.
That means even the investigation of Biden, they decided to withhold from the public. So this investigation happened, who knows when, and then they again
February.
decided to rehold it from the
Until
public
today?
until
February
20
2021.
Yesterday.
May 21st.
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
Till May 2021,
with
February.
that big red stamp, embargoed until on every single document.
What did it say about 16 and 17? That's the part that bothered me the most, was like the children. They were trying to push it like the kids will get it, but the kids didn't get nothing. Like my son got COVID, supposedly, and it was like maybe like 4 hours.
All right.
And then he was done.
Yeah, he's
my
over it.
my answer to COVID is this. COVID is the flu on steroids.
Mhm.
It has its own name because it was man created. Where it was created and who released it is still up in the air,
Right.
and will be the biggest secret that everyone will die with. And I'm going to be willing to bet it was like a group of 4 or 5 superpowers that all got in a room together and did some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, and that's just the honesty in me. That's who I am. Like I definitely stand on the right, but I stand on the right of let's be real too. And that's the way I see this thing. So, and it didn't break out until March, but that hit the world in September before March. I've told this story. Sarah
Yeah.
had it. We were in the emergency room. But that's when, so if you go back to September before that
I think I had it like in December time.
right, and they thought, oh, let's test it, and then people got it, and it spread like wildfire, and they were like, uh-oh, we got a pandemic. We this is big, and it was probably started by let's create something that we can sell some vaccines or sell something to get people like
Yeah.
A
It's been
drug-
too quiet.
but it just got stupid.
Right.
But if you just take care of yourself, take some time off, and get better. You'll be okay.
Well, my COVID story was interesting because when I got COVID, I called the CDC or whatever they told me to call, and so I called them. I'm like, hey, I got COVID. What do I do? And they're like, take a Benadryl. I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to call you. They told me I can't. Oh, yeah, don't go to work for 12 days, and we'll call in and check on you in the next, in the 7th day and let you know if you're okay. And then take
You
COVID
actually
tests
called
in between.
them?
Yeah, you made me.
I didn't make you do nothing. I said
COVID, and
I went
this
back
is
to bed.
just my opinion of it. This is just my opinion of it.
It was
COVID.
so stupid.
I made you go to the doctor. I made you call the CDC.
I don't need no doctor.
Nobody called the CDC.
Crippled the
Crazy.
world. Crippled our country. Now, our country, more importantly. Crippled our country. Crippled it. Because they created something that made this you can't go to work for 10 days.
Yes.
And then these companies that, and especially mine, like, you could be like, hey, I don't feel good. I took a COVID test. It's positive. Oh, stay home.
Stay home 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 10 days. And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, I just got a vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, hey, can I borrow your COVID test?
Right?
That's what people were doing. They were showing like fake COVID tests, or like they would have one that
The
they already-
dumbass companies were like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, stay home. Bro, get your ass to work. Sit in a room by yourself. Wear a mask. We've got a show to do. Can you breathe?
Right.
Let me hear you breathe. I'll never forget one time I
You
worked for a
laugh.
guy named Jerry Clifton, and this guy called. I was sick as a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I called him up and like, bro, I'm not coming in. I don't feel good. And I called him because I ran the radio station in his home. Like, it was just, we were connected. Like,
Yeah.
that's the guy I called. I'm not going to make it, bro. I don't feel good. He goes, hey, are you standing when you just called me? And I was like, well, yeah, I got up to use the bathroom and called you. He goes, then stand your ass in your car and bring your ass to work and lay on the couch in the studio and do your damn show. And just tell people you're sick. It'll get you sympathy points and us ratings. Go to work.
Did you
Now,
go?
granted mine, that kid of mine, this guy spoke to me this way because he was a great mentor of mine. We had and still is to this day, he yelled at me about Big Mama Radio once, and I have never heard from him again.
Aw.
I was like, bro, I just started a station. You got to go. All right. I'll go listen. That's how he talks.
Yeah.
And he goes, let me take a listen. Then he called me back in an hour. He goes, your station just flipped formats in the middle of the hour. I was like, no, Jerry, I'm playing a hap hop hap country station.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. And great guy, though. Love the man. All right, guys, here's what we got to do. We got to get into the Diddy report, and I want to get into it. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break for the first hour. We'll come back into the Diddy report. Also, with the Diddy report, I want to talk about, the Cape Coral's getting fired up by your mayor.
Really?
All over the news. Wanting to recall the
no
mayor. It's a
good.
big deal. But they want old Gunter out. So I'll give you the Diddy report. Then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about the robbery and the Cape Coral mayor and the Diddy report. It's all coming up just after the break right here on BMR. Don't move. Hang out with us, baby.
You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream
You guys always play the hits.
on Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to find the perfect solution for you. When you're ready to revitalize your landscape, trust Joshua Tree for top-notch, reliable tree care services. Call 239-888-6817 or visit myjoshuatree.com. Let's make your trees and your landscape look their best. We're here to help.
Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree, Inc.,